City. But tonight we start week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Set. 380. Green out. Go.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 40. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
12.
Herbert. Completed out left to Dobbs. They'll be a gain of just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
Ryan Wright.
He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Lions will take over. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the gun, Bigsby. And at a 42-yard line here, a ball down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Lions at 500 hit 6 and 6. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again. To throw, Williams.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
For a Lions.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
What's up?
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Well, that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Rome Adunze with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Genty. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And here's Ryan right now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Ross on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
2nd down and a yard.
What is up?
From the gun, here's Williams. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Cowboys, nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught. Emeka Buka. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That complete to Downs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ashton Genty with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. A point after, good by Groupie. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Cowboys 7.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you get a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Looking to throw is Williams. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid game. Move in the right direction.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Williams. This is caught by McMillan. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
Gain of 10 yards.
We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Williams. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7.
Lions 21, Cowboys 7.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete. It's Josh Riley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, here's Judkins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Lion. Ready.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A quick throw, but incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw once more, here's Williams. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's got some space here. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a give to Bigsby. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. second and goal from inside the 5. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point attempt to follow here.
Extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Lions 28, Cowboys 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Herbert. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Williams. This one into the hands of Pitts. Touchdown, Detroit. Kyle Pitts, 58 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Cowboys 7.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now it's Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Bigsby. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Owe, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kyle Pitts with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Herbert now. And he is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And the Lions.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A run here with Bigsby.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He was brought down by
that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Another run by Bigsby.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him down complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's good.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they got it first.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Take Bigsby,
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
To the air again, Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen to Ginty.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a made.
A good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 1. To throw, it's Williams. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good for a Lion.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of the net.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
This one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of
36 yards on the play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 20.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Back to throw. Herbert. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On the carry, Bigsby.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To the air, Williams. Short throw, caught by Pitts.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throw left side taken in by Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Dallas.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
380.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll drop this underneath for Genty.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A gain of 12. And a Cowboy first down.
Again, Herbert.
To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
First and goal.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's Herbert.
He'll get this out to Genty.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At
Back to throw here, Herbert. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
It's third down and goal.
Out of the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
2-yard line.
They snap it to Herbert. This is caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Second down and 8.
And Bigsby once more. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 42 yards.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an